Hello and welcome. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. So today's video is going to be everyday makeup tutorial video, but we're going to be using one palette for different functions in this video, so stick around and let's get started. So as usual, I started by cleaning my face, then I went in with my micellar cleansing water, and I just used my cotton pad to take a little from the water and clean my entire face. So yeah, then we'll move over to moisturizer, and for my moisturizer I use the Blossom Essence moisturizer. So the purpose of using moisturizer is basically to hydrate the face during and after the makeup process. So you always want to make sure the products you're applying are well blended on the skin. The skin absorbs them properly, and make sure they stay well on the skin first before you go in with the next product. You can as well use your hand just to make sure it's all blended in well if you're a beginner. So yeah, then we're applying primer after all this has dried up. So for primer, we're using the Kiss Beauty aloe vera primer. Yes, so just taking into portion of that primer, and the primer, the purpose of the primer is to control oil. Yeah, so I just apply that on the areas where I need to control oil on my face. So you should do the same thing. If you have an oily skin, you want to go in with consistent amount of primer that would go over the areas you want to cover and control. So for foundation, I mix these two foundation shades together to get my original shade, or close to my original shade. So I use the Zikel Even True foundation and the Maybelline foundation. So I'm going to leave the shades in the description. Yeah, the shades for all the products I used in the description, so make sure you do check that out. So I just use this flat brush to apply the foundation on my face. Make sure blending is key when you're applying any product, and also make sure that your skin work is done very well. Allow your product to set and to sit properly before you go in with the next product. So a little goes a long way in product application. Yes, a little goes a very long way. So you don't need too much product, just blend properly the little product you're applying and blend evenly. You don't need to apply products on your under eye, so just around your face basically. You shouldn't let your foundation get to your under eye. If at all, it should be in very little quantity, because we're still going in with concealer. So I'm just using that beauty sponge to press the foundation into my skin. So you want to set as well as blend at the same time, and go all over your face as often as possible until you're satisfied with the consistency that you have. Yeah, so that's it. So now for the palette of the day, the Imagic Pro Cosmetics, we're going to be mixing this brown and this black shade together for the contour. Yes, and for contour, we're going to contour the perimeters of our face. So that's just a little quantity. Like I always say, a little quantity goes a long way. So I'm just tapping on that product until I'm okay with what I have. Tap tap tap, don't drag. A little goes a long way. So make sure you blend that out properly before going to the next step. So I'm just doing the same thing for the other part of my face. Just blend, blend, blend. Then we move to blush application. So after contouring, we're moving to blush, and we're using that pink and this red shade. Just use them one after the other basically. So I use that flat brush to just apply on the apples of my face. Yeah, so just little quantity. Then I went over the pink with little dots of the red in that order. So I applied that to my hairline. Then we'll blend and make sure it's well blended in. Don't be in a hurry. Remember, you're not dragging, you are tapping, and you're not in a hurry to spread the product around. So you don't need to move the product around too much. So yeah, just make sure you tap it in and make sure it stays and sits properly on your skin. So after blending out the hairline, we're still gonna go in with that a blue shade you saw on that palette, just little dots on the same areas where we applied the previous colors. So I'm just going to blend that out, and just to give everything like a definition. You know, the purpose of this video is that we'll achieve everything we want using just one palette. So moving on, we're going to be highlighting our nose. That's the bridge of our nose, as well as we're going to be highlighting the inner corner of the under eye and a bit on the outer corner of the under eye. Also going to be highlighting our chin and our forehead. Yes, so after placing those products where we want them, we're going to blend them out as usual. So yeah, just tapping and not dragging. So remember to always blend immediately or almost immediately after you place your concealers, because a lot of concealers dry fast, and always try and make sure you blend them out very well so you don't have harsh lines. And of course, we use the Adventure Makeup New Blend Pro Concealer. So that's what we use. So yeah, and after this process, we're going to be setting immediately. Yes, I want to be setting immediately so we don't have creases on the areas where we highlighted. We're setting everywhere that we highlighted, just in that order. And to set our highlight, we're using the Becharm Ageless Matte Setting Loose Powder. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So we're going to be going in the entire face using our V Beauty Pro Matte Finishing Powder in the shade Chocolate. So for our nose contour, I'll be using the brown shade in that same Imagic palette. That brown shade I mixed earlier with black, but this time I'm using just the brown shade because we don't want our nose contour too harsh and too dark, making it look very unattractive. So I use my finger to blend that. So next up, I went ahead to do my eye makeup off camera, and this is what we have. So to set my face, I used a damp wet brush, not so wet, just like damp, because I sprayed my setting spray on my brush and I just tapped that on my face instead of spraying the entire face. So that's what I'm doing right now. Then after that, I went in with a highlighter Yes, and I used the Nars highlighting set to highlight my face. Like I said, I'll leave the details to all the products in the description. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, or whatever, just make sure you air out your thoughts and your questions and suggestions in the comment section. It's open. Yeah, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed already. And with that said, I'll see you in my next video where I'll be showing you how to do a proper smoky eye if you're a beginner. Yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.